Good morning, everybody. Welcome in for some Saturday morning Terra Invicta. Today we're picking up with our initiative campaign that we started about a week or so ago, I think. Maybe a little more. Kind of trying to take lessons learned from all the other campaigns that we've run and apply them to this one. Sorry, I need to clean the glasses off. Hope everybody's doing well today and you're having a good start to your weekend. Do the housekeeping stuff. As always, if you're new here and just stumbled across the channel for the first time, do please hit that subscribe button for me. It does help grow the channel, doesn't cost you anything. It's really helpful for me and the channel itself. So if you like what you see as far as gameplay goes, it helps to keep more of that coming. Leave any questions or comments you have down below. Hit that notification bell if you want to know when I'm going live. Alright, so I've been thinking about what I want the overall strategy for this campaign to be, and I think from the Earth perspective, I want to do my best to get Great North America, which will eventually include all of Central America as well. And that tech is, I can't remember what it's called. Let's take a look. So that we can figure out what our actual goal here is, which is going to be unity movements. So that's Great Nations. Unity movement, Great Nations. Yeah, that's United North America. And then the South American Union will be in there as well. And I think those are the only two that we require. But let's make sure that that's correct. I want to make sure United North America is also all of Central America. No, it's Greater United North America that we need. So what does that include? Okay, so it's United North America, and then Greater United North America unlocks after that. And then we also want to do South American Union, which is everything else. So that's going to be 20,000, 55,000, 80,000, 105,000, 115,000 research to complete all of those. Which means the next thing we need to do then is unity movements. And then we also want to make sure that our counselors are as strong as possible. So I do want to keep an eye on any other good ones that might show up, like this guy. I'm almost positive he is... he's computer scientist. He has the same portrait as a guy who has Striver in other games that I've played, so I thought it was the same person, but maybe it's the name and not the portrait. What we really need is a social scientist. These are all military scientists. Do I have anybody with social science? Hey, Renee. Good morning. How are you? He's quick learner. She's Striver. Got a computer scientist. No social scientist. We got a lot of quick learners though, and one striver, so that's good. So we need to invest in social science. I think the next thing I want to do then is throw a station up. So I'm pretty sure we don't have any yet. We don't. With a little bit of boost. And get some social science labs going. Now the other thing I want to check is, because I can't remember what's been unlocked. Luna has been unlocked. And mostly settled. We already lost out on the fissiles there. So there's really not much point to that. Has Mars been unlocked yet? I can't remember. It looks like it has. I've got a station up there, but it has not yet been unlocked. The survey won't be done until next month. Okay, so that's good to keep in mind. Doesn't look like there's going to be any good fissile sites. So again, probably not too important for us to dominate Mars. Did we send probes to the moons of Mars? No fissiles there, no fissiles there. So it looks like it's just volatiles. All right. And of course, inner solar system, I don't think we're anywhere near there yet. I could send a colony ship there. I could just build a cheap colony ship and start moving it that way to get an orbital set up. That's assuming that we actually have platforms unlocked, which I'm not sure that we do. All right. So I think I'm caught up with where we kind of left this and what the plan moving forward is going to be. So we really need to get more CP, and then our next goals will be Canada and Mexico while we research Unity in Great North America. Why can some countries not have armies? So that's determined by the number of CPs, the GDP, and the population. So all countries can have armies if they meet the right criteria. So for instance, where are we here? We're in Honduras, and they do have build army. You just have to invest points in it for that to happen. One thing to note about armies is while they are going to be necessary for when the alien invasion comes in, and that's why you kind of go for great nations, and it's why the EU is kind of such a good one to do, because once you absorb Russia into EU, you have a pretty overwhelming military force. They do cost money, so you have to maintain them. But any country can have an army as long as you meet the criteria for it. So a couple of things we need to do right off the bat, and we're gonna have to determine who does what as far as our counselors go. We need to defend our interests in Singapore because we are pulling spoils out of there.
Securing our control.
At your service.
And we need to defend our interests in Ireland.
Protecting our interests.
Where do you need me?
And because so I did change the pips here. We were going straight Unity at one point to get us out of, I'm trying to get this to 5. We want our cohesion to be, I think it's competitive, is right around the 5 area. So it was at 0, and we wanted to get that drawn up a little bit and start getting us into the competitive section, because once you get to competitive, let's see if it even tells us here. High values keep unrest in check and increase the nation's ability to resist occupation, while middle values provide a bonus to national research production. That's what we're looking for. We want it to be at 5 because that's competitive and it gives us a bonus to our science. And because we're going for the US, which is kind of a trap, I don't think it's the best way to start a game. It does have some advantages in the long run. But I think it actually puts you a little behind early on because of how long it takes to get it up and running. But essentially what we want to do is we want to get full democracy. We want this to go higher, and it's been going lower because all of my points were in Unity. And we want to get this to 5-ish so that we're at competitive and it's giving us a bonus to our research. Do you recommend disarming nukes not under your control? It depends. Yeah, most of my answers are going to be that depends on what you're trying to accomplish. It depends, number one, on who's in control of those nukes. So, for instance, the Academy looks like they're going for the EU. I'm fine with that. I don't think we're ever going to run into a problem with the Academy where we have to worry about them nuking us. If it's either humanity first, or the servants, you definitely don't want the servants in control of nukes, which is why at some point we're going to have to go over and do a coup in India to get the servants out of here. We don't want the servants building a power base in any of the major countries, and India is one of the major countries. I'm less concerned about the nukes here because they've only got 2 of them. They'll have 3 or 4 if they ever unite Pakistan, which they probably will. But it's more about crippling the extremist opponents where you can to ensure that your power base is secure. If you're going to go to war with a country to take it over, so if you're trying to, like, let's say you're trying to do the caliphate, and you don't want to wait to do federate and unify with, let's say, Israel, so you want to go to war with them to immediately absorb it into the caliphate. Well, before you do that, you're going to want to do a coup. You're going to want to get your armies in place, and you're going to want to get rid of that nuke, because they will use the nuke on you when you invade. One thing I'm not afraid to do in this game is use nukes on the aliens. There are some points where the alien invasion starts, and they'll be in a place where you just can't get armies to it, and your only option to make sure that the aliens don't establish a nation on Earth is to nuke them. All right. We need to know. I have to remember what it was that each of my counselors were good at and what I'm going to have them doing as far as kind of goals throughout the game. We need somebody advising here. So who is my highest science? 5, 5, 11. You are. So you're going to be my permanent advisor in the US. Not you.
Reporting in.
You. You want to keep that research as high as possible. You have to stabilize India every second turn. You should never have to
Lending
do
my
that.
expertise.
If
Ready
you
to
have
go.
India, one of the key things about India, and you should do this for every country that you take over, is you should read the descriptions of all your CPs. If you look at CP number 3 in India, it gives you a description of grants the following benefits. Bonus to public opinion shift in our favor from unity. So you need to be investing at least probably 3 pips into unity here, and that will keep your public opinion high, but it will also keep your stability high. Now, again, that goes also back to cohesion. Take some time to invest in getting your cohesion up. If your cohesion is 0, the lower your cohesion is, the more you're going to have to do stability, stabilize missions. The higher your cohesion is, the less often you're going to have to do that. So I've got a resistance play that I'm going through right now, where this was the one that we were doing on stream a couple of days ago, where I've got Greater Europe, I've got all of the Caliphate, and I have the Pacific Defense League. And I have to do no stabilize missions in any of those countries because my cohesion is high in all of them. It's not uncommon, though, in the early game, you're going to have to do a lot of stabilized missions because your enemies are, number one, going to send agents over to do destabilized missions so that they can try and get a foothold in those nations if they don't have a foothold somewhere else. Number two, because you haven't invested in your priorities long enough yet to make those countries stable over the long term. There are trade-offs for everything that you do, right? So if you don't invest in unity because you want to put everything into knowledge, well, your country's not going to be very stable, and you're not going to have a lot of economic growth. It's really hard to find a good split for where you think these points should be invested. It's a big balancing act. Alright, what do we want to have you do? You can't investigate a counselor. Can you investigate
Where
a
to?
counselor? I want to find a servant counselor and see if we can turn them early on, because I want to be sabotaging both the servants and humanity first in this game, I think, as much as possible.
We'll see what they're up to.
Reporting in.
It's 0% chance. It's gonna be a while before we have the CP to unify Canada, but it might not be a bad idea to start doing some public campaigns up there now, just to get ready for that, because their CPs only cost 12. So we could actually take two of the three CPs now if we wanted to.
I will try to sway the public.
And let's quickly check orgs and see what we've got going on there. Nothing that we actually need right now. And leveling up. You're at 18. You are a quick learner, so you're ready to go. And I think what I'm going to do is... I think I'm going to bump command on everybody as early as possible. Command and administration are the two that I'm going to key on, except for science for that one counselor. And by the way, here's a good example of a nation with good cohesion that will keep it peaceful for a while. So, you know, just read the description of what it takes to keep a nation peaceful, and it will tell you where you need to invest. But your goal may not be high knowledge and good cohesion. So, you know, dedicating a counselor to doing stabilized missions every turn, maybe that's just something that you do. Depends on what your goal for that nation is. All right, everybody's got a job. We have our research going. I think we've got a plan. Let's move forward.
Securing our interests.
Offering support.
Protecting our interest.
You know, I didn't see... Can I go back and look at the description again? Oops. Nope, that's a bummer. I didn't see how much she's actually boosting my science.
Surveillance complete.
And I'm pretty happy with this. We're already at 1.1k with just one nation. Protectorate.
We're winning their hearts and minds.
I wonder if I'd be better off going with Mexico. Because if nobody purges me out of here, we'll already have... The cost against the cap here is going to be 26. By the time this comes around, we might be able to hang on to that. We don't care about boost there. You know what I'm going to do? I'm going to go with my old-time strategy here, which is just to put everything in mission control. That way when we do unify them, we'll have max mission control in all of the countries that we unify. Because there's still a lot of value and power in max mission control.
Information is our greatest weapon, bar none.
Unused
If
mission
we know
control.
enough about what we're fighting and where, we can win wars before even a single shot has been fired. Commander Fiona Ayawade, data...
Alright, I think next we're going to go for unity movements. And I don't think anybody can catch us here, right? 2300, yeah, we can completely pump into unity movements. And then once orbitals is done, I'm going to throw up an orbital above in low Earth orbit with social science. Ah, bummer, they already purged me out. So that kind of changes my plans a little bit, and we do want to get rid of servants in North America, for sure. We don't want them anywhere near us. But I think I'll do Canada first. Just because much better democracy score, a much better cohesion score, and they're already advanced educationally. This would destabilize the US a bit. Alright, we need to be going to orange here.
We must persuade the people.
What's the op? Headed there now.
Your orders? Making our case.
Reporting in.
You know, she's got pretty high persuasion.
I will tell our story.
I want to make sure. We did go full spoils over here, right? Yeah, we did.
Offering assistance.
There would be another play here, which would be to take over the Gulf states. I don't think anybody's there. The resistance is there, but they're cracked. And run spoils on them as well. That would take 30 CP to do that. Yeah, we definitely want to invest in that. I mean, we are playing as the initiative, so having some
We're
client
winning their
states
hearts
where
and
we're
minds.
doing nothing but pulling cash out of them
We've moved the needle.
would definitely be in keeping.
Public sentiment is increasingly with us.
The problem with doing it that way is it would put us right at our CP cap. So we'd have to release all of our client states when we're ready to actually do Canada. but it's going to be a while before that happens.
Recon complete.
And it would really allow us to build up a nice cash stockpile, so I think maybe I'll do that. We're still at peaceful. I'm not going to invest in stabilize right now. I think I'm going to go ahead and take over the Gulf states. Who has the highest investigation stat? Or sorry, espionage. Nobody's great at it.
Standing by.
And he doesn't have purge, so that doesn't help me.
Ready for my mission.
She's only at 2. No, that's not bad. 43%.
Ready.
How come hers was so low then? It wasn't. I must have been misreading. Looking at the wrong screen or something. We have 26 points. Let's spend 8 of them.
We're taking power.
At your service. I will tell our story.
At your service. We'll bring this nation to our side.
Ready. We'll be running this place in no time.
Alright, so once we take the Gulf states, we'll just throw everything into spoils there, and then by the time we're ready to go, we should have a massive cash stockpile. When is Unity Movements going to be done? About 9 months. And that's just step 1, so it's going to be probably 2 years before we get to... Well, I got to do Great Nations, and then we still have to do Greater North America after that. Or United North, whichever one comes first.
I will help them.
So it's a couple of years before we get there. Oh, I forgot to check. Any new orgs? Not yet. Anybody level up? Not yet.
Laying the groundwork.
I will report when my mission is complete.
Mission in progress.
The people will come to our side.
People will come to our side.
Prepping for mission.
Not sure which
I
one of
will
these hits
report when
first.
my mission
It
is
looks like
complete.
Control does.
Mission
but
in
it's hard to
progress.
tell. They're almost dead even.
Our supporters are in place.
There's 1.
We're taking over.
There's 2.
We're in control here.
There's 3. Alright, so now that we own it, we will pull spoils out of there until the cows come home. And we'll protect it next turn. Hey, new orgs. Come on, give me some admin orgs in here. Nope. I could start running some espionage projects against the other factions and try and steal their admin orgs if they have any. That might not be a bad idea. Who has...
Ready to go.
You have the highest investigation.
Tracking target.
Standing by for orders. We'll see what we can find.
Standing by.
Who's left?
I'm here.
Who has the higher command of
Your
you
orders.
Two?
Standing by.
You do, so you're gonna go do the assault mission.
Going in hot.
Acknowledged.
And you're gonna do the defend mission here. How's our influences? Only at 200.
Making things safe for our people.
Ooh, also, we're exposed in the US. We're gonna need you to
What's
come
the
out
ops?
of advise for a moment.
Securing our control.
Alright, I think we're ready.
Protecting our interest.
Securing our interests.
I wonder what max mission control in the US is. I also wonder why... Oh, we're on Mars. Any good fissile sites? No, none of them are good. Any good noble metal sites? One of them is great. So we'll probably take Olympus Mons. And then we'll probably take the 2 planetitious as well. 2 of the planetitious, I should say, for the water. And the volatiles. Before we do that, though, let's... Yeah, I need my cohesion to be going up, not down, so I think I'm gonna reinvest in Unity full force again for a little while. Once it's at competitive, then we can start thinking about splitting it up. I pulled the points out too early. That looks like a good split for now. Until that gets to 5, we're just gonna let it sit. Yeah, 10 cohesion are generally authoritarian countries. And you can get their cohesion to go from 10 to 5. So if you're trying to get cohesion to go from a low value to a middle value, you invest in Unity. If you're trying to get cohesion to go from a high value to a middle value, you invest in knowledge. Oh, Mars. Forgot what I was looking at for a second here. How much boost? We want Olympus Mons first for the nobles. 10 boost, we should be able to get all of the outposts that we want. Alright, so we've got that one. I don't know, maybe we do this one. And then Arcadia and Acidalia. I don't know where we're gonna get our fissiles from. Hopefully Mercury has some. I could get a tiny bit out of Tempe Terra. Oh, we're getting a tiny bit out of this one as well. So both Olympus Mons and Vallis Marinus. Marineris, whatever you want to call it. Are giving us a bit of fissiles? Not nearly enough. I think I'm going to go for high water and high volatiles. So we'll do Arcadia Planetitia. Endpoint. Still have plenty of boost left. And then I want to do one more. Utopia Planetitia? For the water and the volatiles. Yeah, Utopia. Alright, and that's it for Mars. Now, let's get our naming conventions in order here. Can't remember why I built the orbital. Oh, I built the orbital so that my construction costs would be lower, but it never finished in time, so that's fine. All right, and then let's throw fission piles up and get mining going here. 1.1 boost. I think we can get all of our mines up and running. I think. Yeah, we should have enough boost to do all of this. Oh, we're just short. We need 13 and we only have 12. So we need to wait for that to hit 13 and we'll build that final mining station.
I have new information.
You do have new information.
Prepping for the next mission.
Protectorate again. Well, we can always target them to steal an org. The Academy owns Russia, huh? Looks like they're going full out Great Europa, because they're doing the EU too. Well, we'll work on that
Target
later.
destroyed.
Recon complete.
I don't think they've hit their event where all of their CPs get cracked yet either. It's too early. Yep, the aliens have made it to Jupiter. Alright, looks like the servants are full on going for Mexico, so that's actually kind of good for us because we're gonna eventually purge them out of there anyway. Alright,
Where do you need me?
We're gonna go back to advising.
Offering counsel.
Your orders?
I'm gonna have you go to ground.
Hunkering down.
Standing by for orders.
You know what? I'm actually gonna have you go to ground right now as well. You have been
Evading
discovered
pursuit.
by every faction.
I'm here. Hunkering down.
Ready for orders. Investigating target.
No good orgs. Are you Striver? You're a quick learner. Who's my Striver? She is. So she'll be able to level up with one more point. Oh, and we have the boost to finish off our base there. Alright, Mars is ready to go. We are getting a little low on mission control.
Evading pursuit.
I will help them.
Alright, so she's granting us 11 extra research, 11% research, 16% GDP, and 0.12 in Miltech value.
Evading pursuit.
Going off the grid.
We will save our world, even as you thoughtlessly plunder.
What orgs do you have that I might want? Anything that has admin. They do have one there that has 5% social science that I might want. How do they have no admin orgs at all? Alright, which one was the social science one? This one, plus 19 research too. Definitely not giving that up. How about a little cash? There we go. Literally a little bit of cash. There we go. All right, so I'll give them Global Listening Network, which fine with that. And that picks us up an org that we can get some value out of for a little while. Oh, do they have any... They don't have any resources yet. Can I equip that to anybody? Yes, I can. I suppose I could do the same thing with the Protectorate. instead of trying to steal
found
their ore,
nothing of
just go
note.
buy it from them. Alright, we got both of those projects. That's kind of nice. There's an asteroid out there called Don Quixote. Yeah, this is gonna ping our economy a little bit until we can get it up there, but this is really about getting knowledge. Dominating research is fairly important to me. Knight of the Sorrowful Face. I don't get that one. You're gonna have to explain that one to me. New orgs are available. Ooh, we've got an engineering one. I want to put that on somebody. We've also got a social science, but it's only 2%. Alright, let's get that for somebody, if we can. Although this does grant 1 persuasion and 2 research, which wouldn't be terrible. She's full. Don Quixote. Oh, okay. Did not recognize the quote. Alright, let's do admin for you right now. Should I have her go to ground? Who's still exposed? I think she's the only one who's really exposed.
Initiating deep cover.
Acknowledged.
We need to get you an org that gives you a purpose, because there's nothing on here right now that really serves a purpose.
We'll make our appeal.
I'm here.
Let's get a stabilize done.
Restoring order.
Acknowledged. Headed there now.
Alright, the orbitals will be done this turn. And we can throw a social science orbital up in low Earth orbit once
Hunkering
that
down.
completes.
Offering assistance.
We'll have to research the tier 2 hab to that as well.
Things are stabilizing.
We've moved the needle.
I wonder if I should just go ahead and do management research. A bunch of them early on, just to get it
We
out of
found
the way.
something.
We're not going to be doing ships till very, very late game, so I don't really care about the energy techs at this point. CP is the most important thing for me. This is very much going to be an Earth-driven strategy. I also don't know what the initiative's goals are, so I'm so used to the resistance. We're almost into 3. That's good.
We'll open a channel.
Where to?
Yeah, you know what? It's not worth
Initiating
investing
surveillance.
points this early on.
Standing
We'll just
by
let them
for
go with their
orders.
standard chance.
Making our case.
Standing by. Eyes on target.
I believe he's a quick learner, so he should be ready. He is. And we're gonna do admin for him. Anybody else here a quick learner? You are, but you're only... No, you're not. We also need to get rid of addict. Which... How many points does that take? 40. Yeah, that's not gonna happen until later.
Making contact.
You ignoble vampires are no concern of ours.
It's an interesting description. Ignoble vampires. 10% social science, yummy. I wonder how much they'd want for that. % social science. Where are all the admin orgs? There's one. There's another one. Alright, let's see if we can get both of those. How about I give you Global Listening Network and 10,000 in cash? No? Will you even do it if I gave you all my cash? Almost. They would almost do it. So what if I gave them reusable rockets too? They're very close. Good lord, a little bit more. I mean, we've got the cash for it. This is why we're investing in spoils. $21,000. This probably seems weird to do this early on, but these are so valuable in the early game because of the admin that they give you and the ability to add more orgs. And cash. It's meaningless to me in the early game. So that gives us an extra 7 admin, which is an extra 7 CP, and the ability to add even more orgs. Assassinate, extract, detain. I think I'd rather go for this because it has... She already has coup. Is there anybody else who could use that? His command is low, so coup wouldn't be great for him. But getting the extra science there would be good. Extra science, extra persuasion. I think I just went below 200. That's why that's not available now.
Lending my expertise.
We've all gaped in awe
All
at these
right,
images
we
of
are
the
ready
Earth as
to throw an orbital up. What do we want to do next? We could do mission to the asteroids and get Ceres up and running. We should have enough boost, but I'm gonna hold off on that. Let's go to the tech tree real quick. Construction module would be good. Now that I think about it, Unity movements, Great Nations also needs... Oh, that prereq is done. Great Nations leads to United North America, which is a requirement for Greater North America, but there's no other global tech that we need other than Great Nations for that. Alright, so... I think we're gonna go... Advanced atomic manipulation. I want to, yeah, let's do this. Let's get quantum computing and quantum encryption out of the way. That way we can open up... I already forgot which one it was. Advanced atomic manipulation, I think. Yeah. That way we can open up our 6th counselor spot with covert operations.
We've got some intel on our target.
Protectorate again. They're doing advanced neural networks.
I have new information.
All right, good. That's a new one. Transnational coordination's good.
Public opinion is moving in our direction.
Because that opens up CP. I think it gives you an extra 10 CP. Alright, we are done that. I think I'm going to just go management research right now. Augmented learning wouldn't be terrible. But I need more CP right now. Let's concentrate on that for the moment. What's going on in the rest of the world? Is anybody in China yet? Nobody's in China yet. Taiwan is pretty split. That would also be a decent investment right now. For later game, doing the Pacific Defense League. Still no admin. There's a couple of social science ones. 2%, 5%. That would be a good one. The 6% to space mining output would also be a decent investment now because we're going to have a bunch of stations coming up on Mars, so we could start piling up additional resources early on. Which wouldn't be the worst thing in the world. And then let's grab the 5% social science as well. Investigate counselor. She already has investigate and detain both. Has public campaign by default. That's got 2 research. Yeah, let's throw that on there for now as well. Oh, she actually has room for even more. 4% economy, 2% spoils. That would have been a decent pick. I don't really care about the extra boost right now. But because it's just cash that we're paying for it, it's not a big deal, and we can always unload it later. Alright, anybody leveling up? I think you are. No, you're not a quick learner. I think you are, but you still need to get to 16. So the only place the servants have a real big foothold is India. Those are both the protectorate. I thought we met humanity first. No?
Surveilling target.
Where to?
We do have a problem now, is that I've only got 12k, so buying an org off of them might not be quite as easy.
I will tell our story.
Standing by for orders. We'll see what they're up to.
Where to? I will tell our story.
How we doing here? Alright, we're finally into the 3s. We're just going to keep pumping it until we get to 4. long as this stays above 8, I'm happy with that.
Offering support.
Oh, we wanted to launch an orbital, right? We still have to research it. Yeah, we need orbital core to unlock.
Surveillance complete. Nothing unusual found.
Public sentiment is increasingly with us.
Public sentiment is increasingly with us.
And the next question is do I want to actually unify Canada, or do I just want to invade and take it over? We definitely don't want to do that. We're working on cohesion. So the democracy score going down by a tiny bit's not a big deal. Plus, the other thing is, going to war with somebody increases your cohesion. I totally forgot I still had Kazakhstan. What are we doing over here? I should just be doing full boost.
Securing our interests.
So that will
Ready
free
to go.
up 15, almost 16 CP when we release that. We could probably do Canada right now if we wanted to. But I'm going to wait until Great North America is unlocked. Otherwise, there's no point.
We'll recon the site.
Reporting in. We'll make things safe.
What's the op? Initiating contact. We'll open a channel.
If you wish to spend your days squabbling over resources, so be it.
There we go. That's a nice one. Engineering, research, mission control, boost, admin. Question is, will they part with it? No, we don't even have to give up any cash. Is there anything else that we want? We've got another project to give away. Anything with good social science? Yeah, 2%. I think this is good. And we'll give that one to, she's at 16, she's at 11. We'll give that one to her. % to economy. You can always unequip it and sell it later. Gives her a couple of missions. You, I think, are now ready to go.
Offering counsel.
Making things safe for our people.
We do actually need to start thinking about mission control. Most of that's going to come when we start taking over Central America and just pumping everything into mission control to max that out
Things are cooling off.
before we actually unify them. Where does United South America come from? Probably Brazil, right? What's it called? South American Union. Bolivia. Really? Interesting. Well, that actually kind of makes that easy then to start. Because if you're allied with the US, you can just invade everybody. It's the CP down here. I might take that over now. It's only 9. And start getting it in line. It's probably not a bad idea.
Here's what we found.
Who has the highest command? You do, but you're advising right now. So then that would make it you.
We're going in.
Ready for my mission.
And then I think I'm just gonna have you take over Bolivia.
Taking control.
Acknowledged. Bringing them to our side.
Ready for orders. We'll make our appeal.
I think it said the org marketplace updated. Yeah, it did. Nothing super interesting there. Jovian works. Do we have anybody with one opening? We do. Either of these might be good. One science, one engineering. One science and 11 research. Plus 4% of funding, for we aren't doing anything with funding or spaceflight, so let's go with Jovian works. How are we doing on our research is actually dropping because I'm investing in Unity. But that's fine for now. We really want to get this. Once it hits 4, I think I'll redo my pips again.
Offering assistance.
Did we ever build anything here? Yeah, we've got an outpost mining complex going there.
Public opinion is moving in our direction.
And once we take Bolivia, we need to make sure we ally. I'm not sure which is going to be quicker, the South American Union or the North American Union.
We've gained significant support.
Oh, you know, another thing I should probably do is... Denmark's already part of the EU. That's going to be really hard to get Greenland released.
We've gained significant support.
Hold on. And we want our priorities here to be spaceflight only. And then mission control once that's done. We're also going to have to stabilize several turns in a row. The aliens have arrived.
Restoring order.
Where do you need me? We'll make our appeal.
Where do you need me?
Really? We've only got one person with stabilize?
We must persuade the people.
Your orders?
There we go.
We'll turn down the heat.
We need to do a bunch of that. Oh, you're ready to go. Science and research, baby. Science and research.
I will help them.
Oh, I forgot to defend this. Whoops. It's alright. I don't think anybody's gonna try
Public
and crack
opinion
it.
is moving in our direction.
Order is returning.
Violence is abating.
We've moved the needle.
You wish you were playing instead of studying? Yeah. I feel that way every day when I'm at work. What are you studying?
We'll restore peace to this nation.
Nope, the
What's
aliens
the
have an
up?
eye on her. She needs to go to ground.
We'll restore peace to this nation.
At your service. Securing our control.
What's the op? I will try to sway the public.
Where are we at? 3.7. We're almost there. Probably 1 or 2 more cycles and we can readjust.
Making things safe for our people.
Physical infrastructure requirements for autonomous vehicles. Interesting stuff. You doing that for a future with somebody like Tesla?
Lending my expertise.
Ooh, a whole bunch of stuff just showed up. Anything good? Lotus Cartel, but I don't think I have anybody who's a criminal. Politician, astronaut, executive judge. Yeah, nobody's a criminal.
Violence is abating.
I would quit in a heartbeat if Elon Musk owned my company. It would not be the first time I'd left a company over philosophical differences.
Order is returning.
I wasn't using Twitter a whole lot before he bought it, but the second he purchased it, I canceled my account.
The people will come to our side.
Yeah, I used to work for Purina years ago, and pretty much the second Nestle bought them, I was out of there. Where the heck is the unlock for Orbital Core? I don't understand why it's taking so long for that to unlock. Alright, game. Where's the microphone? Yeah, we'll let nuclear freighters finish. As a matter of fact, let's see if we can't get that to finish a little earlier. It's not you that has
We'll make our appeal.
the aliens. You need to
Reporting
go to
in.
ground real quick.
Going silent.
Do
Ready
not
to
want
go.
aliens investigating you
We'll turn down the heat.
or
Ready.
killing you.
I will try to sway the public.
All right, one more cycle and we should be good to go. All right, orbital core, here we come.
Offering assistance.
Going into hiding. The people will come to our side.
Things are stabilizing.
We're winning their hearts and minds.
All right, public support's good now. We just need to get unrest down and we'll be good to go. Alright, you go investigate.
Investigating alien site.
Ready for orders.
Meh, it's not worth it. Who haven't we met to try to buy projects off of yet? I think Humanity First is the only one left that we haven't had a conversation with. I wonder where they're at. Oh, wait. What unlocked here? Ireland.
Securing our control.
Ready for my mission.
We're only using them for plunder, but still.
We'll make things safe.
Ready for my mission. We'll restore peace to this nation.
And are we ready here yet? Yes, we are now in competitive. So, let's see what we want to do here. What do we want to do? Definitely not that. We want heavy knowledge. I don't know why I'm going that way. There we go. We want economy. We want a little bit of mission control. I think that's the split I'm looking for right there. And that'll get our democracy score going back up and our GDP growing again. We haven't saved in a while. Am I in the eastern US? No, I'm in Arizona.
Offering support.
Protecting our interests.
And how long before this? October 10th, so next cycle. Then we pump back into unity movements and great nations.
Order is returning.
I also haven't looked at... Oh shoot, we're not leading in this anymore. 700... We're probably not going to be either. So it looks like Humanity First is doing pretty well in research. I wonder, I'm gonna have to look and see which countries they control. I didn't see a big footprint for them anywhere. Going to Vegas for Christmas, nice. I've spent quite a bit of time there. They were part of my territory many years ago when I worked for Circle K. They're in Africa. Ah, here's their footprint is here. Surprised they're getting that much research out of Malaysia and Indonesia.
Things are cooling off.
Nice. Who are Canada's allies right now? The EU.
We found something.
Invasion might not be a good idea. We're also allied with them, so if I'm going to invade them and take them over, we're gonna have to not be allies. Maybe we unify them and we invade Mexico. That might be the better option, since the servants control it. Alright, Bolivia is coming into line.
Restoring order.
At your service.
Speaking of peaceful, we're good there. Mexico is peaceful. We might want to think about, if we're going to invade, it doesn't matter. I would like to find somebody from Humanity First if I could.
Tracking target.
Ready.
Let's have you go to ground.
Going off the grid.
Where do you need me? We'll turn down the heat.
Offering counsel.
Going silent.
Tracking failed.
Really? Bummer. Okay, good. That's still going up. Everything else should come around shortly. We're done there. Let's go ahead and invest in augmented learning, I think. Yeah. A couple of those guys are ready to upgrade almost. Actually, one of them is... I keep forgetting who my striver is. You're ready to go. And these two, I believe, are both quick learners. She's not a quick learner.
Things are cooling off.
Things are stabilizing.
Alright, democracy score going back up, so it's just GDP that needs a little help, but it should go up shortly. And as long as this keeps going up to 5, I'm happy. So when is Unity movements going to be done? November.
We'll restore peace to this nation.
They're
Where do you need
discovered
me?
really fast. We're going to have to start investing in security soon, too.
We'll make things safe.
Reporting in.
Singapore. I'm going to have you go to ground.
Going off the grid.
Standing by. Making things safe for our people.
Standing by for orders.
I might want to have you go to ground for a turn, too. We'll let you keep doing your thing. Yeah, this would be a good one to get. But there's nothing I want to unequip from him right now. Or her.
Evading pursuit.
I will help them.
Securing our control.
Alright, so I think that's the plan now, is we'll unify Canada and we'll invade Mexico once we have Great North America done. Oh, that's right, we need to build an orbital core now. Boost, we've got plenty. The next thing we need to invest in is Tier 2 social science. But that doesn't mean we can't build this right away. So let's do...
15 seconds to CSM act.
Shoot, we don't have solar array yet. Just collector. Well, let's get it started. 10.
CSM act.
So for every 2 of these, we need 1 solar collector, which means I need 4 of them, and then 8 of these.
AOS CSM. Badge CSM.
And that will boost my social science by 5, 10, 20%. Now, mission control is now a problem.
Violence is abating.
Violence is abating.
I'm loving the fact that they're investing heavily down here. Oh, nice. That happened fast. Where? Romania? Good for Romania. Time to try and capture an alien. Alright, US expired.
I'm here.
I want you to
Restoring
continue
order.
stabilizing. You
Ready for
continue
my mission.
Stabilizing.
We'll turn down the heat.
Standing by for orders.
Ready for my mission.
Gulf states expired too. I forgot where I was in the world.
Securing our interests.
How we doing here? GDP's going back up again, that's good. And we're gonna have to start doing public campaigns now that we're not 100% in unity.
Protecting our interest.
Once Bolivia is
Offering support.
done being
Securing our
stabilized, we
control.
can run a couple of public campaigns every turn in the US until we're back above 70. Are we above 70 now? 66? Yeah, we're close.
Order is returning.
Order is returning.
Alright, we're done in Bolivia for the next little while. Just need to get the spaceflight program up and running and get some mission control going. And this should almost be done. Oop, it moved to December. I thought it said November last time, but oh well.
Investigating alien site.
What's the op?
The op is for you to go to ground because everybody knows who you are.
Hunkering down.
Reporting in. We must persuade the people.
Standing by. Making our case.
Nothing that I see that looks great. I think we're good there.
Offering assistance.
Going silent.
How did that pop up when Unity Movements hasn't completed yet? I guess the East African Federation is not required to have Unity Movements. I don't think that's powered yet though, right? Yeah, another thing I need to do.
Okay, all flight controllers, about 15 seconds to CSM hack.
When do these finish? they won't finish until this finishes, which is in January.
Public sentiment is increasingly with us.
The people will come to our side.
How you doing, Bolivia? Looking good. Get ready. You're about to become a very, very big nation. Well, in a couple of years anyway.
Recon complete.
True to history, the CIA is about to become very involved in South America. December 3rd, that's almost done. I think we're good there. What if we threw a coup? Brazil? No. We don't need to coup Mexico because we're just gonna straight up invade it. So I think we go back to investing points in Canada so that we can get the protectorate out of there. We're gonna have to start thinking about cracking them.
We must persuade the people.
Ready for orders. I will try to sway the public.
Ready. We'll make our appeal.
Standing by. I will try to sway the public.
Nothing we need there. So now it's just waiting for our HAB to finish and for Unity movements to complete. And then
Offering counsel.
Together, we're
nations.
stronger.
Alright, this one's gonna take a while. 2028, if we keep full investment in it. Oh, that's gonna take a long time. That'll come down a little bit when the other factions invest in it as well. Let's see how much. There we go, 2027. Still, gonna be a while. I forget, is Unity movements... Take me there. Archives. Close. Unity movements. Yeah, we need great nations for the South American Union. What could we do in the meantime? We could do the Central American Confederation. We could do Gran Colombia. The Peruvian Confederation. Let's take a look at those two. Gran Colombia and the Peruvian Confederation. Want to see how much crossover there is there. Gran Colombia is Ecuador, Venezuela, Panama, Georgetown, and Paramaribo. What's Paramaribo? Suriname. Okay. So that would be here. That would be all of this plus Panama. And then eventually Bolivia would get a claim on that, and we could just cede the territory to the South American Union. And the other one was Peru. Which I don't think we want to do because I'm pretty sure Peru has a claim on Bolivia. La Paz, Asuncion, Salta, Manaus, and Valparaiso. Yeah, we don't want to do that. So we could do Gran Colombia now. That'd be 30 CP, which would put us just over the cap. Well, we could release all of our spoils nations, or we could release Kazakhstan. We don't really need the boost anymore. Let's release Kazakhstan right now. Alright, that gives us plenty of CP. We can still hang on to Singapore and Ireland and the Gulf states. One thing it does mean is I have to abandon my research. Not that we're really doing anything here that we care about. And change that to... No, Gran Colombia hasn't even opened yet. We'll need to wait for that to come available.
We've moved the needle. The people will come to our side.
We're winning their hearts and minds.
We've moved the needle.
Come on, Gran Colombia. Alright, let's start cracking Canada. Do orgs available. Where are all the admin orgs? Protectorate's not going to be happy with me here.
We'll recon the site.
Where to?
Who has the highest investigation score?
At your service.
Acknowledged.
You do. Which one do we want to crack? Bonus to public campaign. Bonus to purge missions against the executive. That's the one we want first.
Targeting their key people. Taking it to them.
Where to?
What's your crackdown chance? Only 7%. Do I really want to invest that much influence? Just to get to 45? No. I don't. We still need to meet somebody from Humanity first.
Initiating surveillance.
Lending my expertise.
And while these are running, I'm going to take a quick AFK. I will be back momentarily. Alright. Sorry, I had to trade out my coffee for water. Alright, there's the Nope, that's not what we want. We want Grand Columbia. So far, everything is popped except that. There it is.
Nothing unusual found.
She's having zero success investigating counselors. Alright, which one of these do we want to switch from? This one. Let's get
Crackdown
Grand Columbian going. Hide that one. Hide that one. We may do that at some point. Alright, and our crackdown was successful. Good.
Score 1 for the good guys.
Here's what we found.
How's Bolivia doing? Looks like it's doing fine. About halfway to spaceflight. I do love the Caliphate. That's fine. Alright, we will agree to this. And we will save, because I generally will save scum these things. Where are you? There you are. Need to start saving every cycle now. Who's currently in Canada?
Ready to
You
go.
are. I want you to crack down on... Wow, 90% without even investing points.
Cracking down.
I think we did a good job up there.
What's the op?
I'm gonna have you throw a stabilize in Bolivia because we want to keep that under control.
Restoring order.
Your orders? Heading to the LZ.
Reporting in.
And I'm gonna have you do a purge in Canada.
Removing our enemies.
Alright, and that's gonna put us at... We've got 40... Oh yeah, we've got plenty available to take over Canada now. Liberating
Offering
mainland
assistance.
China, maybe another one that we do at some point. I do like the Pacific Defense League, so we may go in and take Taiwan at some point. That will be at least a decade in the future, though.
Things are cooling off.
Their control is vulnerable now.
Good. %98 chance. What are the odds that we get, like, 98.777?
The LZ is secure.
Our associates are now in charge.
Our orbital should almost be done. Alright, and this is going to be just straight mission control. We want max mission control in Canada before we unify. Alright, time for you to purge. Not you. Yeah, you.
Ready for orders.
We're gonna have you crack.
Applying pressure on their people.
Executive.
Ready.
How's unrest in the US? Perfectly fine. How many of these are there? I feel like spending the operations on that, so I'm gonna have you go to ground.
Going silent.
Where to? Going in hot.
Your orders?
And you are gonna purge that bad boy. They must be cracked and way over their CP everywhere if we have a 73% chance to purge. Granted, we're getting a bonus from this, but even with that bonus, that's high. They must be way over their CP.
We're taking power.
Alright, you're ready to go. Oh hey, look at that. We've got an admin org. Who do we want to give it to? Looks like everybody's up to 15 now. Three engineering, one engineering. Let's give it to Valerie. And let's start bumping security a bit here. Plus the command will also give us extra CP. Anybody else? Not yet.
Initiating deep cover.
I will help them.
And Great Nations is a year and a half away. Alright, there's our social science. That should help quite a bit with research there. Yep, 53%. Which now bumps that down to May instead of July, so that helped quite a bit. Good. We actually do need to research that.
They slipped away from us.
Wow. Seriously? How did it go? We had a 90-something% chance that went down to 44. All right, if you say so. I don't know why that would have dropped so dramatically.
By the numbers.
We've removed some threats.
All right, again. Mission control is the priority. And then we crack down again next turn. Yeah, we're still well under the cap. We're good.
Acknowledged.
Yeah, why did that suddenly go down as much as it did? Oh, I know why. They're back under their CP cap. So, am I better off just purging? No, I still need to crack down. Purge is espionage. 2,
Where do you need me?
3. Meh, we'll crack down on it.
At your service. Turning up the heat.
At your service.
We could increase our odds a tiny bit. But I'm not sure I see the point.
I will tell our story.
Your orders? Gear up.
What's the op? Protecting our interests.
It's another 2%. I don't think it's worth... You're ready to go. Alright, are there any 2 stars that are worth investing in here? %13 bonus there. That might actually be worth doing right now. especially since we're still losing volatiles. I think that's because we're still waiting for everything to come online on Mars. But once it does, that boost is pretty significant in the short, especially since we're still early game. Costs 36 boost and 1.5k to buy it though.
Offering support.
Making things safe for our people.
Alright, so the big one
Any
this turn,
species capable
Prepping
of
for mission.
contacting us would
Is that
have overcome
crackdown?
the petty divisions that plague humanity,
Transnational
allowing them to
coordination's a
call
big
out
one.
as one voice.
I think I'm just going to stay full on Great Nations. My priority right now is United North America and South American Union.
We've moved the needle.
Alright, that puts us
neutralized
just over 2 hours. I think what I'm going to do is call that an episode for today and probably do a bunch of this off stream, because at this point we're going to have about a year's worth of waiting for research to complete, because this is an Earth focused campaign for the most part. So I think that's where we'll call it an episode for today. As always, appreciate everybody who stopped by to take a look today. We will do a bit more Terra Invicta streaming tomorrow. Not sure if it'll be this one or the Resistance campaign that I have going on. We can pick some of that stuff up. I'm in an interesting spot in that campaign as well, so that might be a fun one to do on stream. As always, appreciate you. Chat, thanks for stopping by. Renee, good to see you. Thanks for keeping it entertaining as always. If you have any questions or comments, feel free to leave those down below. If you're new here, just stopping by the channel for the first time, do please hit that subscribe button for me. It does help grow the channel. It doesn't cost you anything. And we'll see you back here for the next episode. Thanks a lot.